Hello interwebs, it's me Blue. I am super excited because you guys get to see me during the day. Yay! No more having to wonder where my light is coming from. So you guys get to see me during the day, and that light coming through is sunlight. My in-laws are here visiting for a week and they have taken my kids for a little while. I'm super excited by the whole thing, so I can't wait to actually videotape this video. I get to film it during the day. I have written my kids' names so many times that they have lost all meaning. I have been filling out stuff for back to school and I am at my wit's end. I'm so sick of writing stuff down, looking for stuff. We weren't sure if we had enough glue sticks, and then we found glue sticks, and it's just been, oh my gosh, this is such a headache. So that's been my whole weekend right now, or my whole day. Today is the last day in September and I am so Today is the last day in August. Tomorrow is the 1st of September. So I'm super excited because today is the last day of the NEWTS. Oh my goodness, nastily exhausting wizard tests, I think is what it stands for. But because it is the last day, I'm finishing up my last book. I'm so excited. This is my last book. It's my last book. And as you can see, I'm halfway through. I'm so excited to finally be finished. This is gonna be done tonight, and then I get to move on to my Horcruxathon. And you know what that means? That means I get to make a to be read video. Yay, my Horcruxathon TBR. I know you've all been sitting on the edge of your seat just waiting for me to say what my Horcruxathon readathon is. Now, for those of you who don't know what a Horcrux is, and you haven't been reading Harry Potter, are you under a rock? Really? You don't have to enjoy the books, but you should read them. They are very good. J.K. Rowling is a very good writer. She has written them very well. And even if you don't read the Harry Potter books, she also writes under the name Robert Galbraith. And that, again, very good books. She's really good. She's a very talented writer. So, if you haven't read Harry Potter, read it. But in the course of Harry Potter, we find out that the big bad, Voldemort, splits his soul into different parts, into different Horcruxes, in order to live longer, in order to prolong his life. So the only way to kill him is to destroy the Horcruxes. So in the book, he creates 7. One of them is accidental. That's my understanding. So my group on Facebook, Harry Potter and the Order of Planners, hold on, I think that's what it's called, has created this readathon based on the Horcruxes. So each one has a different Horcrux attached to it. So I'm super excited. So I'm going to read them out and then I'll tell you what I'm reading. The first prompt for it is to read a book with a diary or an autobiography. That of course corresponds to Tom Riddle's diary in the book. And I've chosen Gilead by Marilyn Robinson, but I'm not entirely sure about it yet. I'm still looking at other autobiographies, so that one's obviously not going to be my first read. My second book, the second prompt has to do with a book that includes a ring or a wedding. And the book that I'm choosing, somebody told me that Stalking Jack the Ripper actually corresponds to that prompt. So I'm super excited because that's been on my TBR list forever. I loved Ripper Street, and that whole series, and I really have enjoyed kind of learning what he did, not enjoying it from a really weird, gross perspective, but just kind of it's interesting what he did and learning about it. So the next book that I'm doing is a book that includes a diadem or contains royalty, and I of course am continuing my Red Queen series, and I'm going to be reading The King's Cage, which I'm going to be doing on my audiobooks. So I don't have that one. I have not held up a single book this entire time because I don't have them yet. They have been ordered from the library and I am busily waiting for them. So I have a couple. Don't worry, they're coming. My next one is a book that includes a locket or a love triangle. Oh, the diadem, sorry. The diadem I don't remember the ring, but the diadem corresponds to Rowena Ravenclaw, I believe. The next one has to include a locket or a love triangle, and I'm reading the Titanic locket, which is the first in the Haunted Museum series, which kind of gets me excited because I think the word haunted is kind of a trigger point for me. It's like, ooh, haunted. I should check that out. So, and of course, anything pertaining to the Titanic is kind of cool. So that's really cool for me. So that's again another one that I've ordered. I've got a couple on audiobooks and then one that I've ordered. The book that pertains to a cup or is part of a series. Oh my goodness, I have like no books to show you. I am so sorry. The book that is I'm doing The Red Glove by Holly Black. As you know, for the last challenge I did I'm sorry, I'm saying a lot. I'm very excited and nervous. For the last readathon I did The White Cat, which is part of the same series. So now I get to read The Red Glove. And Holly Black is very good. So I'm excited to be listening to that one. The next one is a book that includes a snake or has a textured cover. And I actually have this one. I have this one. I'm so excited. Oh my goodness. Da, 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 da. One Dark Throne. I just finished the audiobook for her first one, which is 3. Oh my goodness, why can't I remember what it's called? I just finished it. I'm sorry. I have to go and check my books. I feel totally unprepared again. Like I said, I've been working on my kids' school supplies, so everything is all up in the air. 3 Dark Crowns. So it does say dark. Okay. 3 Dark Crowns. And now I'm reading One Dark Throne. And the second one I think has 2 something queens. Anyway. But I'm super excited about that because, you know, finding out who had powers unexpectedly and who's out for revenge. The only problem with listening to it is there's very little, like, contractions in it. So there's not a lot of can't or don't. It's always cannot or do not. And it's very frustrating to listen to. And I don't think it's the fault of the narrator. I think she did the best with what she had. But it was not, she sounded very robotic and monotone. So I'm enjoying actually, I'm gonna read it and see if it has the same tone. So excited by that. So that's mine. The next one is a book that includes a character named Harry. Now the cup I think is Helga Hufflepuff's, and the snake obviously was Nagini, was his big snake thing. The book that includes a character named Harry. Now Harry was the accidental Horcrux. So I'm super excited because a lot of people have recommended this to me, and I actually get to read one of the Dresden Files. And when I shared this when I ordered this in, my librarian was like, oh, we have the other one to buy. And I was like, we have one of the other ones in this series to buy. So I'm like, oh, if I enjoyed this one, I'm going to own one. So super excited by that. So there's my Stormfront. By the way, trying to find Stormfront, super hard. There are a lot of books with the same title. So I had to look up this by Jim Butcher, and so I was quite excited. So and that came very quickly, so I'm super excited to get that started. So that is, the lead character is a man named Harry Dresden. So I get to include that one. And as a bonus, it has one book that contains a sword or is about bravery. Now the one I'm including is actually a nonfiction. I know, it's nonfiction. But I have to read this for my Pop Sugar because I need one that came out, was a bestseller the year I graduated. And so this came out in the year 2000, which is when I graduated. So I'm super excited. Apparently it was made into a movie that I haven't seen, but I'm excited because, you know, I come from a military family. My dad was in the Royal Canadian Regiment, and I have family that has been in Syria and been placed all over the world. My grandfathers have, my grandfather fought in D-Day. My great-grandfather met his wife, a nurse, when they were fighting in England. So it's kind of cool, like, to see like a military book based on like, so yeah. based on this scene. So I'm excited. I'm very excited by that. And yes, it's large print because all the other ones were out. Not because I'm blind, because I'm not. But I'm excited by this. I'm excited by the whole readathon. Like, I've been on pins and needles just waiting to be able to get books in and to start this. But of course, I have to first finish this one. I'm hopefully gonna finish that one today. So that's my TBR for the next month. It's only 8 books, but you know, I'm excited. I tried to earn money for my Bookopoly bank. For those of you who aren't doing it, I'll try to post a link to Elena Reed's, who I think it's Elena or Elena Reed's, who does the Bookopoly. And what she does is she earns money. I beg your pardon. She earns money every time she reads. Every time she finishes a book, I should say. And for her, it was to keep her from buying more books. And for me, it was to read in general. Like I said in one of my previous videos, last year I was like, 52 books, I can do this easy. And then I only read 11. And I was just like, what? So this year, that added kind of change in a jar incentive has actually been really good for me, because I think I'm up to like almost 50 bucks, which is really good. It's gonna be fun for Christmas time. I'm gonna be able to get some cool stuff. So yeah, so that's what's going on this weekend. I'm super excited. Pumpkin Spice Latte was released a couple days ago, and I'm up to 2. Now, what I was planning on doing, and I'd love for all of you to get involved in this. I'd love for you guys to have some fun with me, because what I'm doing is when I go and get one, the name I'm giving is a Harry Potter based name. Okay, so instead of giving my real name, I'm giving a Harry Potter based name. So the first time they kind of shrugged it off and they're like, yay, okay, whatever, your name is Luna, and let it go. And then the second time I went in, they're like, okay, what name would you want on it? And I went, Percy. And they're like, why? And so I'm using hashtag starbucksathogsmede. So I'm having a lot of fun with it. Like, there's so many cool names out there. I don't know if I'm gonna get to some really interesting names. Like, I'd love to, but of course easier ones like Ginny or Pansy might be fun. Charlie. Why do all the boys have normal names and the girls do not? Like, what's that about? Like, why do they have like Ron and Harry and Charlie and Bill, and then on the girls' side you have Luna and Parvati and Pansy and Hermione? Like, why do the girls have so like weird, unique names, and the boys are like, yeah, whatever, it's Ron. I don't know, but I'm having fun. I'm having a good time with it. I'll probably just like have some fun with it, and just whenever I get a pumpkin spice latte, I'm just gonna put a unique Harry Potter name on it. So if you guys go to a Starbucks anywhere in your neighborhood, or a coffee shop that asks for your name, and you can order something, ask for it with a unique Harry Potter name, and then tag online Starbucks at Hogsmeade, one word. So hashtag Starbucks at Hogsmeade. I'm excited to see what you guys come up with. I've had a lot of fun. I'm gonna go through all my books and write down like and every label now from my cups are going into my journal. So at the end of the month, maybe I'll just show like, yeah, or at the end of the pumpkin spice season, when they transfer over to like the peppermint season, then you'll get to see them all. So I'm super excited for my readathon, super excited for this new hashtag I'm trying out and seeing if that works. And I'm super excited to see what you guys are doing for the month of September. So this is me signing off my last vlog for August. And I will see you guys later. If you like this video, I'd love to see what you guys come up with. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. There's lots of different readathons going on. Are you guys going back to school? I'd love to see what you guys are reading for school. Super excited by that. And yeah, so leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and support your local library. knowledge is power, and we'll see you next week.